Okay people, welcome to this next video. This video here is going to be going through how to set up the precision bot, so you have exclusive rights with inside Darren's Trading Academy only. You will only be able to get access to it with inside here, otherwise you'd have to spend several £100s to actually buy it yourself. I was lucky enough to purchase and get the high license, where I have the actual exclusive license where I can actually use it for what I want. So basically what I decided to do is I've had this for a few years actually, and this is the updated range. So this has been updated a few times. I was lucky enough that where I brought the one-time price with the lifetime actual upgrades, I can pass this with inside the beta access to you all, and hopefully you start to use this and start to make some profits from it. This is an incredible bot. It's for MT5, and I'm going to show you a few pitfalls to watch out for, and I'm also going to show you how to install it. Okay, so we're going to go over to the VPS. It's very simple to install, pretty much the same as lots and lots of other stuff which I've showed you inside. Basically you just go to your precision bot. Okay, so inside here will be your precision bot. So you can see this is the latest version, which is right here. You would right mouse click and copy this like so. So you've now got this. Remember, this is for MT5, which is MetaTrader 5. And then what you would do then is you would go over to your MT5 account. So we've got, for argument's sake, we've got this one here, which is MT5. If I show you another demo account which I've got, so I have several of them, there's a couple of which I've opened up, so we're gonna go over to this one here. Okay, and you'll see that this is another account which hasn't actually got it installed at the moment. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to install it. So we're going to go to File, we're going to go to Open Data Folder. So what you do is you click on your button for access to this, which is going to be with inside the module, which you will see, and then you're going to go to the MQL5, and you're going to go to Experts, go to Advisors, and then you're going to right mouse click, and you're going to paste in your precision edge. Okay, so that's done. Okay, then you're going to go back, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go here, you're going to right mouse click, and you're going to refresh the page. Now why we refresh the page is simple. It's just to allow it to be inserted in. You'll see that the new one here has just been added in, which is this one here, precision edge. So then what you would do then is, if you was to go ahead and set this up, basically I've been using this on 1 hour formats. Okay, I find it works better for me to do so, and what you want to do basically is you literally just grab onto it and drag it across and then open. It's then going to give you the actual screen, which you need to make sure that the allow algo trading has been clicked on. I'm going to go through the inputs shortly. Okay, I'm going to do that shortly, and then basically you would just hit OK. Then you want to go to your tools window, go to options, go to expert advisors, and make sure allow algorithmic trading is being clicked on. Okay, that's all you need to do, and then hit OK. And then this will allow algo trading, which is the algorithm trading designed by this special precision bot to take trades when it needs to, up and down the market. Now you need a minimum really of $500 with inside an account to trade with, and a lot of people might think, well, you know, I haven't got $500. So there are a few things that you can do, but you've got to be aware of, you know, how you're going to use this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on here, and we're going to go into one bot which I'm using at the moment. Okay, so at the moment just gonna give me a few seconds. I just need to double check something before we do anything else. Right, so one bot that I'm using at the moment, so I'm using it on a Darwinix account. Okay, which is this one here. Okay, this is an MT5, and you'll see that I've got one which is set up now. The USD JPY hasn't actually kicked off at the moment, so I've been testing this for a while before I decided that I would offer this with inside the academy. What I can say to you is I've been using the let's have a little look. I've been using this one here, which is the AUD CAD, and this has been quite profitable, and you'll notice that I've been making manual closures. Okay, so I closed this at $59. I used the AUD CAD here, and I closed this at $222, and you'll note that at the moment, if we scroll through, it hasn't actually lost any money on that at the moment. Okay, but what you need to do is you really need to bear in mind that to keep your head above water is to make sure that you check on when you're using this bot. Okay, do not just leave it let it run and then just forget about it, because if you do that, there's a good chance that you could go into high drawdown. Now, it's not too bad with the Darwinix account because this is specifically brilliant for this. I've been in a high drawdown with my actual gold. You can see that this is really dropping down now, and you'll see that this is at minus 4,943. Now, believe it or not, this was £27,000 in drawdown when I was trading with XAU USD. So, you know, if you do hit a high drawdown using the precision bot, you see that this is at $50 now, so I'm going to close this off, and I've just made another $50 using this particular bot, which is the AUD USD, which is the precision bot. So now if we go back to history, you'll see now that I've now made 3 sales with inside this AUD CAD, AUD CAD and AUD CAD. Okay, this is what I'm testing it only with. I have been testing it with GBP USD. I seem to get better results using AUD CAD, okay, on a 1 hour time frame. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to go over a few things with you so you can see how I set the bot up. So you'll see that this one here is another actual window, okay, and this is the actual precision bot which I've been using, and you'll see that you can see these are the points when I came into the trade, and these are the points when I came out of the trade. Okay, so I'm just giving you a little bit of a rundown of how it was working. What I'm going to be showing you now is how I've set the actual scalper up. Okay, now remember, you can use this for day trades, you can use this for hedging, but it's risk averse. Okay, you've got to remember that it's high risk. My advice to you is to allow it to work on a 1 hour time frame, because you're going to get better results. So far I find this, rather than having it on a 5-minute time frame where it's going to just go off on a chart and it's just going to go quite heavily, taking out trades. You've got more control if you just run it on an hourly window, and you can see that my profits are right here, you know, so you know it speaks for itself. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through just very carefully the expert advisor. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to click on this one here. We're going to use the AUD CAD. I'm not going to change any of it anyway, but we're going to go into the properties. There's a couple of things that you need to make sure that you do here. All right, what you want to do is obviously make sure that you put your license key in, otherwise you're not going to be able to get access. It's not going to work. So there will be a license key inside this module, so you just need to make sure that you copy and paste your license key in. That's the first thing you need to do. The next thing you want to do is you want to go through, it says here auto open first order, so this means it's automatically going to open an order if it meets to its criteria that's built within inside the actual set file. So you then got lots and lots of other things that you can play with. My order volume lot is at 0.03. This is quite high, so if you've got a very low price, you want to put it to 0.01. It also says auto volume lot, so this means it's just automatically going to volume this out. You need to change your magic number for something unique. Okay, so you just need to put a 6-digit or a 7-digit or an 8-digit magic number in there. Every time you open up a chart, you need to make sure that the magic number is different. Otherwise, it can obscure your trading abilities. All right. Your time frame, you can see here, which I've set for an average of 1 hour, so I've set this to a 1 hour time frame. You could, if you want, play around with this. It's got lots of settings inside here. You can see that we can set it from 1 minute right the way up to 1 month. so you can run this and test this how you want to. Remember to make sure that you back test everything and run it on a demo account for at least 2 weeks before you allow this to go live. You can change the averaging steps. There's so much you can do. Multi applicator, which you can change the averaging steps, the multiplayer, etc. All this is just stuff that you need to just play around and get your head around of what you want to do. The EA profit settings, where you can set it to actually take profit for the first 50%, or you can set it as a time, so and then still trade with another 50%. You can do this with as well. You've got DD. This is a drawdown loss, which you can set, so you can see this is set of 5. This is going to be very handy if you want to try and use it to pass a prop firm, because then what you could do is you could set it for a certain point of where you know you want it to shut off, so you're not going to overstep the drawdown which you're allowed. So this is very, very handy. And then you've got the other trades which you can set up as well, which is the ATR period, shifting the ATR value, the multiplier. You can apply this to all orders, so this means that if you've gone out to every order, say it's done 3 things, and it's going to allow the drawdown with the 3 trades that is taken. Okay, and this is just something again that you need to play around with and set this up. It has the enable trailing stop. It has enable notification features, so what this can do is this will send an alert and notification. You can see enable notification feature. So if I switch this on, what this means now is every time my precision bot takes a trade, it's going to come up in a little window similar to what we get. You might find there might be one already up here, this little box here. This is an alert. It's going to give you an idea of when it's placed the trade, etc., so you can keep an eye on your time zone depending on what you're doing. Okay, and this is very, very handy, especially this one here is in the prop firm. Okay, this is a 5k prop firm which I'm running. This is MT4 though, but it's handy when it comes up with certain things. You know, and because you've got to be careful, you don't want to expose or lose your draw. If you took too much of a drawdown, then you can lose your account very, very quickly. So you see that so the enable notification feature, which I've put as true. This is send alert notification, which is on here, is true. You can also set it up to do your mobile, and you can also set it up to do your email. There is training provided inside the Darren's Academy which will show you how to do that. You can change the color if you want the break-even line to be colored to different color, or take profit line. You can change all this as well. So you know, it's got lots and lots of stuff. What you can also do is once you've actually customized this completely as you want it to be, you can actually then save it. So what you can do is click on the save feature, and then you could put this as Darren's Academy Precision Bot MT5 AUD CAD 1 hour. Okay, and then what you've done is you've actually made a saving of everything that you've done, and then you just hit the save feature, so like so, and then that is saved that. So then next time when you want to load that, all you do is click on the load, and then you would click on the Darren's Academy bot, this one here which you just created, and hit open, and it's going to reload the set file, so you don't get the default set file. You can actually do this yourself. The good thing about this is it's already going to have a license key included, and it's also going to have your magic number for this particular chart. But you just need to make sure that when you do that, you change your magic number. It needs to be identical on each trade in chart that you take out of. Okay, so hopefully that's going to give you some idea of what it's doing. You can see now that the expert advisor here has come up. It's popped up telling me, or it will do. You can see that at the moment the precision bot is working on AUD CAD for 1 hour and USD JP for 1 hour. I did have this actually running on GBP USD as well, and I'm just going to show you how to set that up so you know exactly how to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click here. We're going to bring these all in so it makes life a little bit easier, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a GBP to USD. Okay, so I'm just going to move this across, and I'm going to set this all up for you just to give you a demonstration so you get a little bit more confident. So there's the GBP USD, so we're just going to grab that chart across like so, and then let go. And what this will do is it will open up the chart. Now when you're setting this up, depending on when you want to, you could have this on 15-minute window or whatever, but remember that the actual chart that we've set this up is GBP USD. Okay, so I'm going to make sure it's a 1 hour chart, so I make sure it's set up on here in 1 hour, make sure it's on here in 1 hour. I'm just going to neaten this up. So I'm going to have color, it's just going to be basic white. I'm going to take the grid out like so, and then I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to add in my bot like so. Okay, and then what I need to do is make sure that my license key, okay, this is very important, that my license key is here. Now you can do this quickly by adding load, popping this in like so, and you'll see that my license key has now been added automatically. So if you use one of my auto load keys, it will automatically load that in. All you need to do is make sure that you change your magic number for something that is completely different than what you've already used. Okay, and then you just need to hit the OK button, and now this is ready to trade. Okay, and you'll find that what this will do is this will seek the market depending on the parameters that have been set with inside the set file, and it's just a case now of waiting for this to take a trade. Now if we go back to the trade window, you'll notice at the moment that there are no trades that have been taken through. Okay, so it's literally just a case, this could take a few hours or even a days before this starts to activate. So please don't think the bot's not working. If you want to test the bot to make sure it's working, you just need to click on here, if you go to expert list, and you'll see that it's showing you that these are in the list. Okay, now if there is any errors that might have come up with that, if you go to here, the alerts window, and you'll notice that there's nothing which is inside the alerts window, and look in the experts window, and you'll see if there is any errors that have come up. Now the only error which has come up, which is this one here, this is nothing too much worry, it just says not enough money for buy at 1.03 audio CAD. Okay, and this one here, it says that these are all okay. Okay, so it's just giving you an idea of how this works, and this is how you can actually check to make sure that that's working. Now the reason why that's probably saying that is because I've already got some high trades that are running inside here, and they're in a drawdown. Okay, and you know, and they will be for a while, because I'm trading gold manually. I've got an idea roughly what they're doing, so I've just got to wait, you know, for that. So, you know, where I've put this precision bot in, this bot will not energize unless it's got enough actual profits built with inside this system. Okay, so this is just giving you an idea what's going on with that. So hopefully you now have an idea of how this is working. So it's simply just a case of just watching these in this stage, and you'll see that, you know, the trades will start to kick in and out and start working. My advice to you is, once they get into a good profit, is either move the stop loss just below your profit. Okay, so if it falls below, you're going to lose a little bit, but you're also going to still be in profit. And you can do this very, very simply by say if we open this one up here, the USD JPY, and let's say for argument's sake that this is when our profit started. Okay, and this one here is where it is at the moment, which is like here. Okay, and it's going up, so we know that this is a support line here. Then I would set my stop loss, which is already in profit, to this line here. Okay, because effectively what will happen is it will keep going up, something like this. Okay, going like that, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that if it hits that stop loss, which is here, then what will happen is the trade will close, but we'll be in profit because our profit margin is from this line and this line, if this is when it was triggered, okay, in a buy trade. Now if it's in a sell trade, okay, and say this is the line, let's say that this line where it's moving up and down, okay, for argument's sake, was this line here, okay, so this is our line at the moment and this is our line of when we took our trade, okay, just so you don't get confused. So what you would do, okay, is you would find that your trade is bouncing backwards and forwards like so, like this. And then remember, this is a sell trade, okay, so what will happen is it will come back, okay, and then it may go down, something like that. And then what you want to do is you're still in trade, because from this point here, this is your sell trade, okay, this is where you took your trade on this line here, and your profit line is this line here. So you would then set a stop loss because you're already in trade. I would set a stop loss at this line here, okay, or even this line here. Now you're not going to make that much profit, so there's no reason why you could put it at this line here, okay, because it's already retested this line but it didn't go back down. This is if you imagine the charts the other way, okay, and then you would make profit from this point here, which would be effectively from here to here, and that's going to be a sell, and that's how you would do your stop loss for that, okay. So I'm only just roughly using this as a chart to give you some idea. And what you do then is your precision bot is going to be in profit all the time, and you can redo your position. You might be thinking, well, how do I do a stop loss, Darren, when I've already taken a trade? I'm just going to go through that for you now. So what you'd basically do is, say for argument's sake that the XAU USD, okay, was this USD JPY, you just double click on the stop loss, and then you go to your stop loss window, and then say this line you would use 160074 or 160.074, and then you just put in here 164 dot, and then you put 074, okay, and then what that's going to do is that's going to give you the code or the stop loss. So when it comes down here and bounces on this, it's going to end the stop loss, and then you're still going to be in profit. Now I'm just going to change that so I don't muck up my gold trade at the moment, which is at $352, so I do not want to muck that one up at the moment, so I'm just going to leave that as such. So hopefully that's going to give you an idea now of how to do this. So that's it, that's the end of this training. So if you get stuck using the precision bot, you'll be able to just come back to this, and then I would put the stop loss in. Also, you can just click on the manual button, which is basically you just click on the X button to close the trade, and when you click it on it once, I mean mine's closed instantly, that's just typical, but when you close on the X button once, okay, let's go here. I'm not sure I've got any other trades open now actually, but basically what you do is it will come up with, are you sure you want to close this trade, and you just click yes, okay, and then what that will do is that will then close the trade, and then your profit margin will go back into this window here. If you look at the history, you'll see that where I've closed this window at $166, okay, this was a buy trade, and this was my XAU USD, okay. Now effectively I shouldn't have closed it that early, but I'm not too worried because I know what's going to do. It's going to rebound, come back down, and when it does I'm going to get back into the trade, so I'll make more money on that anyway. I'll probably make another grand on that anyway. Okay, so just to let you know, so you're fully aware of what's going on, you now know how to set up the precision bot, okay, you now know how to play around with the set files, So I wish you all the best. Just make sure that you do lots and lots of testing first before you launch it live onto a market. Okay, because I obviously can't be responsible for the bot working. It's entirely up to you how you use that. Okay, all the very best. Oh, incidentally, what I should mention is this will work on any symbol. Okay, so you can use this on gold, you can use this on silver, you can use this on strong currency pairs, you can use this on commodities, you can use this on stocks, and you can use it on crypto. So all the very best until my next video. Cheers.